Hell's the matter with you? What am I supposed to use to prove that? Hold on, let me look at this. Because, I mean, there was... No, never mind. I mean, should I show him this to show that it fucking fingerprints? Screwdriver? No. I mean... Should I present this? I guess? I don't see why I need to present anything. It just should be up. Yes, we've been over this. This is the fucking... fucking duh! It amazes me how stupid some of these people are. And I'm like, what do I even present here? And it's just like the most obvious thing. Because I didn't think it was possible for them to miss something that obvious. But these guys are just idiots. I didn't remember that he said that, but that's incredible. They don't even know. How do they think their locker is opening? I guess the fingerprint is on the handle, so they're already pulling the handle anyway. They just don't realize that they're also having their fingerprint scanned. Oh my god. But we'd still talked about it earlier. What, are you having a heart attack now? So the fact that he forgot it is so dumb. Order, order, order! Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Olay! The fuck did you say, Olay? My god, what the hell? What is he now, a bullfighter? I know, like, what the hell's with the judge? He's slowly becoming more and more senile. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. Alright. Wait, what is V and victim and killer? Or what is that? Okay, I guess so, if you're assuming he's the killer. That's so. Where's the witness? So you're saying that Marshall was not the guy who fought Meekins? Is that... Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime? Well, I guess he had to be at his locker, because he put the thing in his locker. So you're saying that the person who Meekins fought was not him. He was another guy completely. I mean, he was at his locker. Is that just what I'm supposed to say? He was at his locker. Like, what do you think? That's what we've been talking about the whole time. Huh. So Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there. Okay, so that's wrong. Well, I was talking about during the... Whatever. Okay, that was wrong. Fuck you. I was thinking about while they were over there, you know, where you were indicating on the picture that they were. I wasn't thinking about when he walked past. Okay, so... Yeah, shut up. Come on, let me get back to it. Alright, game. Alright, here. So... He was in one of the lockers. He's actually a contortionist. I mean, they're going on the assumption that he had to be somewhere else. When I was thinking that he was just the guy in the video. But for some reason, Phoenix is just assuming that he's a different person, and that he had to be hiding somewhere that Meekins wouldn't have seen. I was just assuming that he was the guy. So am I just supposed to say that? Because there's nowhere in here that Meekins passed by that he wouldn't have seen. So, I mean, I'm just gonna say that he was the guy. He was the V. Because that's what I assumed to begin with. That's the only natural assumption. See, again, they come to weird conclusions. Even Phoenix sometimes. That I have to just, like... I'm not even thinking of it because it's just too obvious. We already said that it wasn't Goodman. It was somebody else. We know Marshall was in the room, so just logically, that's him. I don't know why you thought that he was a third person in the room. Duh. Like, come on, man. But that's no, it's literally not. Shut up. He didn't. What are you talking about? I feel like we're all on 17 different pages. He specifically said that he didn't see him. But he didn't. Like, do you guys have you just forgotten everything that we've been through? He didn't see his face. And he didn't know him in the first place.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
And now did Detective Goodman respond?
He suddenly pulled a knife on me.
So Marshall had Goodman's ID. He either stole it, or he found it after it had been lost. Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? You've got quite an imagination. Shut up. It's called suck a damn ballsack. I've proven there was literally like nothing to even prove here. It was all just immediately obvious. The only reason this has taken as long as it has is because you're all idiots. It's all confirmed. It's all hard evidence. It's all absolute. You're all dumb. I can't... Oh, wow. 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 Yeah, all of it. Literally all of it. Fine. My God. Wow. I mean, like, I feel like this case more so than the whole rest of the game. This is just, like, so obvious, and they're not seeing it. And I don't know why. They're just making me prove so much when I just don't see... Like, half the other times in the game, they'd be like, oh, somebody said that you were there near the scene of the crime, like, approximately around the time, so you're definitely the murderer. Guilty, death penalty. But I've presented all this fucking shit, and they're still like, I don't know if it's proven. God damn it. Edgeworth? Die. How about don't? And you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Nick, try thinking outside the box. That's not really the basics, though. That's quite the opposite. The basics are inside the box. I should assume that he was, and look for evidence that came about it because he was. Indeed. I mean, shouldn't we go get the cloth from his locker? Don't you think? Because we know now for sure that the person in the room, whoever it was, Marshall or not, put it in there, so we should go check it out, don't you think? I mean, it's literally all proven. We know the locker was open. It's a fact. It's a fact that only Marshall could have opened it. It's a fact that only two people were in the room. Meekins and an unidentified person. Therefore, the unidentified person is Jake motherfucking Marshall. To anyone who's not mentally retarded. To put the fucking thing in there. It's probably his shirt that has blood on it. Yeah, let's go get that and look at it. It's probably his clothes. Should I just pause on the part where he gets blood on him? Because it doesn't show him after that. It doesn't show him leaving or anything. Okay, I'll stop at the part with the blood stain, I guess. Let's get to there. After Meekins comes in. Right here. Boom. For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room. I don't know what... That's not what I wanted to point out, you fucking incompetent attorney. God damn it. Or are you getting to it? Are you getting to it? Are we good? I apologize, Phoenix. I apologize for what I said to you. Alright, I got too caught up in everybody else being stupid, and I assumed you were on their side, buddy. Deepest apologies. You did good, kid. Good job. You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat. Again, that's the most obvious fucking thing in the world. Why did it take us half an hour to get to that? It should have been 5 minutes into the case. Into the trial. Man. Like, every other part of this case has been so crazy and so confusing that it's just like, what the hell's going on? This part is so mind-blowingly simple. And yet they're making it just as complicated as the actual complicated part of the case. We all wouldn't have to be here now, would we? Well then. Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did, all of it. Alright. So that also solidifies that there was no victim. Meekins did not kill anybody, because that person was Jake Marshall, and he's clearly fine. So Meekins, you're free to go. Good for you, you didn't kill anybody. Had to do it that day, I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. I guess he couldn't let it die because his brother or something was apparently killed. But, and I guess the guy they caught wasn't the one who really did it, maybe. I suppose, so they say. Now I have to charge my 3DS. 3DS is plugged in and ready to go. There's one thing I still don't understand. Large quantities of blood traces were found on the floor of the evidence room. Yes, he was clearly slashed with a knife. Or something. Oh my god. Like, for this case, they really turned every character's stupidity up to fucking 19. Edgeworth, are you aware that humans can bleed and not die? Like, are you kidding? It wasn't like a fucking jack ton. It was a lot, but you can bleed and survive. I mean, like, maybe it was a lot there, but clearly he's here. We know it was him. That's not up for question. So clearly he just they bled and survived. Fucking hell. Do you even have to ask, partner? SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only the detective who was in charge of it can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner, that case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. But his brother was killed, or somebody like that. That day was my last chance, that's why I... Which part? I mean, it's always the one that seems like I shouldn't press it, so I guess I have to press all of them just because you never know. Why did you disguise yourself? Well, we already went over that because he wanted to withdraw the evidence. We gotta get to the part that lets him talk about why he wanted it. Stole that the morning of the incident. That really was why Goodman started. Yep. I returned his ID card. What? You left it on the floor there? I mean, I guess that's fine, you know, just if you stole it, then just like leave it somewhere random, just be like, so that they can just find it. But... And then he just happened to wind up dead right next to it? Or maybe he was called there because somebody found it there and he came to come get it. And then when he was there, he was killed. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint-activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Normally that locker shouldn't have opened. So it opened because a rubber glove was stuck in the door by chance. That couldn't have been by chance. What the hell? There's no way. There's no way, really? I don't think we need to press that. Or that. Well, I don't really think we need to press any of that, so I'll press it all. But yeah, was that really just in there by chance? I mean, it would have to be. Because the only person who could have opened it for him was Goodman, but Goodman clearly wasn't in on it, so I guess it was chance. That's really weird. Only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. But he was an intruder. He was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing, and he was stealing somebody's ID. Whatever. Why him? He did the right thing! Jake Marshall's the fuck up. Why are you all... I mean, Meekins is stupid too, but you guys are fucking being too harsh on him. You're all idiots. I hate you all more than him. Sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? Oh. You just brought it to court, huh? Alright. So where did you go after you escaped? Did you go immediately to the prosecutor's office? And those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it'd make a difference, though. The security tapes erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you blooded your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room while I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? Being unconscious? So yeah, there was no murder. Yeah, they attacked each other and there was a knife. So there was blood. That doesn't mean there's a murder. Fuck. Maybe it is a fucking extraordinary amount of blood, but you're being unreasonable. What are you, blind? And the victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. You didn't even take it. When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone. Alright, god damn it, now it thickens. So that rubber glove was not in there by accident. Goodman left that. Goodman opened it and left that rubber glove in there on purpose to leave it open for someone else. And that person had already come in and taken the evidence. Or Goodman took it himself, but I don't see why he would have left it open then. But why would he need to leave it for somebody else? Damn, I don't know. Shit. The only one who was in there before Meekins and Marshall was Edgeworth, and that one other person, 77777777777. It was already empty. Man. Now we get to a part that's actually complicated. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to... You're in court. You really don't get to decide that. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Yeah, I mean, everybody's just talking about salary cuts all the time. There's other things, really, better solutions. Okay. It's kind of weird me knowing the answer when nobody else does. Because I'm the one, I checked the thing, but the actual characters didn't. But that was the same with Yanni Yogi's fiance. They never actually brought it up in the game. I don't think they ever actually said that she killed herself. It was just in the case file, which is really weird. I guess I'll ask you, why? Even though I already know why. They killed your brother. I would assume it's your brother. Yep, Joe Dark. Sounds like a murderer. But didn't they say that the person didn't do it, that they caught? There's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with that incident? It's really weird knowing when they don't know. But I'm glad I do know, so I know exactly what to present. Yeah, everybody's related. Yeah, I've already looked at the files. I mean, does it matter which one I present it on? I should probably do it on this one. Let's just go this way. And there you go. Neil Marshall. I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. And a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard of the name. 2 years ago. Was that him? He was the king of prosecutors back then? And we had Gantz. I didn't really get to see the rest of it. It flashed up really quick. It looked like Lana was there. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you? He's his brother. Clearly. Yup.